Subscribers to come. I hope you guys been doing good. Do me a favor. Let's start it off right. Let's start it off good. Hit that subscribe button. So what you just saw right there was, what you see right here rather, is me scratching her scalp. She has a dry, flaky scalp. So I always check people's scalp. I check my client's scalp before I take them to the shampoo bowl. Because to be honest, if you shampoo someone without checking their scalp and they have a flaky scalp, when you finish the shampoo and put them back in your chair, they're just going to have still a flaky scalp. The flakes of dandruff are just going to get wet. And I'm showing you, I'm zooming in close so you can see all of those dandruff. It was really more than what I can show you, but a lot of dandruff. So some people just have dry scalp, and some people's scalp is so dry that they need medicated shampoo. So I did what I call a base color, which is, you see her hair. The darker color doesn't look black. It looked like a brownish color. So I colored that, and then I put in the front, you see that blonde. That is called what we call in the hair industry a signature piece. So that's what that is in the front. So right there, I'm touching the back of her head. So you also see blonde back there as well. And that's called Peekaboo blonde. Excuse me. So in the back, you just see that whole other section of blonde. That's some Peekaboo blonde. So sometimes, with the Peekaboo blonde, like somebody may feel like they see color back there, but be like, I don't know if that's really color or not. Now, I'm doing an Instagram live, and that's why you see me chatting to the viewers. So that's Peekaboo blonde in the back, that section back there. The front, when it's in the front, is called signature piece, money piece. We call it a signature piece, and we also call it money piece, a money piece. And she wanted her money piece in the front to where, she can part it. It can be on both sides. So I made it a little bit chunky up there, meaning just a big chunk of hair in the front. So again, I'm getting her scalp and getting her prepped to get her shampoo. And that's what you're about to see me do. And whenever you lighten your hair, your hair is always, the part of your hair that's lightened or colored, it's always going to be dry. It's going to tend to need a little bit more hydration, a little bit more moisture. So you always want to make sure you use products for color-treated hair. In my honest opinion, professional opinion, once you get color in your hair, you really don't need to disappear from the salon. And that's what happens a lot. A lot of times people want color, clients want color, and that's okay to want color. But I explain it to people like this. It's almost like you had a Toyota and now you just bought a Mercedes. Basically meaning in a practical way that you're going to have to spend a little bit more money on the upkeep. So I know people feel that, they can go to the salon and get color in their hair, and then they can disappear from the salon because whatever they feel that us licensed professional stylists can get or can do. A lot of people feel like that they can do that too at home. But in all honesty, in my honest opinion, that's not true. So a lot of times the products that we can get as a licensed hairstylist, you cannot get if you're a layperson. You may think you can get it. You may go on, some of these websites and try to buy it. But how do you even know that that's an authentic product that you're purchasing? So you have to be very careful with that, very cognizant of that, because you can be buying a knockoff product, something that is not even real and authentic. And that's true. Believe me, trust me, there's a lot of knockoff stuff out here online, so you have to be careful. So I'm showing you that front money piece, and see, she can put a part in the middle or on the side, and she can have some blonde on both sides. So I'm showing you that. Again, the last thing you want to do is get your hair color treated at the salon and then disappear. People do that all the time, and then they call when they start having the breakage and the shedding and all of that. Be proactive, don't be reactive. Be proactive, not reactive. Proactive. Proactive just basically mean that you're trying to avoid a situation. You're trying to cater to your needs as opposed to waiting till you have a need. So you don't want to wait until your hair start breaking, shedding, and everything else before you come into the salon. When you get color treated hair, you need to already know in advance that you're going to need to be coming in, that the upkeep needs to be more. If your hair is natural, which it should be when you're getting color treated hair, you want to make sure that you don't use a lot of heat on your hair. The upkeep is going to change because you're saying that you want to go to another level with your hair and put color in it. So you can end up with some breakage and some damage and some severe dryness if you don't do your due diligence. You can come in and get your hair colored, color is great. Color treated hair is wonderful. But again, I want to stress that a lot of times clients get their hair color treated and then they disappear from the salon. They don't come back. See her scalp? A lot of flakes. They don't come back in the salon at all. They disappear. And they try to take care of their hair at home, and they have this false sense of hope and false sense of comfort that they can take care of it themselves, and they don't need to come into the salon. To me, that's ridiculous. To me, it's ridiculous because I know, as a licensed stylist and been doing hair since 81, I know that that's not the case. You're going to have some damage and some breakage if you do that. That's in all honesty. In my very, very humble, professional, licensed opinion. You're going to start having damage, breakage, shedding, and all that. Trust me. People call me all the time, new clients. People who I didn't even color their hair. Either they did it themselves at home, which is a big no-no, or either they went to a hairstylist that was not really experienced, because people think that all stylists are created equal, and that is not the case. Just because you are a licensed stylist, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have experience coloring hair or that you have experience with color-treated hair. And people don't do their due diligence when they're searching for an experienced hairstylist to do color. Because if someone does your color and they're not experienced, you can start having severe breakage that same week or a week later, 1 to 2 weeks later, like really quickly. So I'm doing a live. I'm just chatting right here. I was doing an Instagram live. But again, I want to stress that you can end up with some severe breakage and damage and shedding if you don't do your due diligence to vet, meaning research these hairstylists before you go. Whether it be me or whether it be anybody. You need to do your due diligence. Ask questions. It's okay to ask questions. If you ask a stylist, questions about their experience with, coloring hair, with color treated hair, and they don't want to, if they feel uncomfortable or don't want to be forthcoming, then it's your prerogative to go to somewhere else or go to somebody else. That's your prerogative to do that. And again, or I don't think I mentioned this, I get a lot of calls from new clients who have gone to other hairstylists. Well, the client had naturally curly hair, like they had beautiful, naturally curly hair. And again, I'm speaking of new customers who have never come to me before. New customers who haven't been to me before. Or potential clients who call and inquire. A lot of times, people can have naturally curly hair. Their hair is natural, no chemicals, and their own hair texture is just a beautiful curl pattern. They can just have beautiful hair, naturally curly. And then they can not do their due diligence and not really research the stylist. And then they go to a stylist and they get blonde color in their hair. And then it strips out all of their texture. It strips out all of their curl pattern. And they go from having curly hair to looking like they just got a relaxer. And they didn't get a relaxer. They just got some blonde color. I get calls like this all the time because a lot of women don't understand that once you get blonde color in your hair or certain colors in your hair, you just got a chemical. It's a chemical, you guys. Please understand that it is a chemical. Once we put blonde in your hair or certain other colors, that's a chemical. Whenever your hair is lightened like you see her hair is right now, that is a chemical. So it can change the texture of your hair. And if you go to a hairstylist that doesn't have a lot of experience, they can strip and pull all of the texture out of your hair to where you had curly hair and now your hair is not curly anymore. And so I get calls all the time about this, and I have to educate people because people don't ask all these questions up front. They just call stylists or they book online with stylists and they don't even know the stylist or know what type of experience they have. You have to vet and research hairstylists. If you don't, you're going to be in a horrible situation. Because all hairstylists are not created equal. And you see all this texture she still have in her hair. She already has a very soft hair, a very soft texture. But even though I put base color in her hair, which was, I think, a level 5 or 6, which is the darker color, I colored her whole head and then I put the blonde in there. I'm showing you that she still has texture. And her hair, her own hair before the color, had about that same amount of texture. So you have to really be careful because you don't want your texture to be gone. And I see this happen a lot. I get calls all the time about this. And usually when people call me, if you're going to ask me questions, I'm going to ask you questions too. And one of my questions is going to be, did you get your hair colored and disappear from the salon? Did you get your hair colored and disappear from the salon? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is going to be yes. So I always tell any client, whether it's a current client or a new potential client or a new client booking with me for color, do not get this color and then disappear. Do not get this color and disappear from my chair. Don't do it. I can't make anybody come in. All I can do is educate people and stress that this is important for the health of your hair, because don't expect to have healthy hair if you're not doing your due diligence or you at home trying to do it. Don't even get color if you're not willing to come into the salon and do your due diligence. And that's my honest, humble opinion. That's why a lot of people see a lot of breakage and shedding and damage, and hair loss when they get color. Sometimes, the stylist may have not been that experienced, or sometimes it's the client not doing their due diligence to come in, to get the steam hydration, to get the shampoos, to get the deep treatments and all the regimen that they need once they get color treated hair. Don't disappear. But people disappear all the time and they try to do their own hair at home. Because now, especially since the natural hair movement, some years back when everybody started going natural, there's so many products out here. Everybody has a product line now. So there's so many products out here, and people are out here at home trying to do their own hair. And in my opinion, if you decide to get color treated hair, you need to come into the salon. So again, it looks like I'm educating, as you can see, because I was doing an Instagram live on this video. But I just wanted to put this on YouTube. I think I got some of this on another YouTube video. But I wanted to kind of break this down a little bit more to educate you a little bit more on what I'm doing. So on my third shampoo, the last final shampoo, and she had so many dandruff on her scalp. So, I always shampoo clients 3 times. Because I feel like the first time, not even really a shampoo. That's just the first initial step of trying to break down any product that you may have in your hair. Like a lot of times people with natural hair, they use a lot of products, whether it be oil or serums or, hair grease or, scalp conditioner, leave-in, a lot of stuff people use. Some people use a lot of gels on their natural hair. That's a scalp brush I'm using on her now that I was showing you. It just gets to the scalp a little better. But people use a plethora of products. Some people are product junkies and they buy tons of products and, they have so much in their hair when they first come in. So the first shampoo is always to try to break that down and break through that, bust through all of that. So the first shampoo is for that. So I always do 3. So I don't know if, other stylists do a 3-step shampoo, but I always do the 3-step shampoo. Because in my opinion, the first shampoo is like what I just explained. You're basically trying to break through the products. And I only use professional products. The products that I use, you have to have a license to purchase the products. Like I don't go in Sally's Beauty Supply and buy my products. And not trying to make fun of Sally's, but I'm just saying I get the products from product distributors, or I go online and order it from the product distributor company. For example, Influence, Design Essentials, Haircare, Straight Request. All of those are professional products. The only products out of those that I just named that you can get in a beauty supply, like your local beauty supply, I believe is Design Essentials. I don't think you can get the others out of it's not available for lay people other than you purchasing it from a licensed hairstylist. So hairstylists, us licensed hairstylists, we tend to respect product lines that are not sold in the beauty supply store where anybody can get it. And the reason why is because we're licensed professionals and we want to have brands of products that are just for us that we can use. Like this Design Essentials. They sell their products in Sally's and I think in most local beauty supply stores. A lot of times when you buying stuff in some stores, you have to check to make sure the product is not expired. Make sure it's not expired. Or you can come to me. I sell products in my salon suite. I sell Design Essentials products, Haircare products, Influence products, another product line just for Locs, for Loc clients, and it's called Dr. Locs. I sell that product line, and I'm about to get Straight Request. That's an old school product that's been around forever. Very, very good product line. It's my favorite, as well as Haircare is my favorite. Those two are my favorites. Reason why, they are tried and true. They've been around since forever, since I was in cosmetology school way back in 81. Tried and true. And Straight Request, they have a product because sometimes natural hair and locks, they can hold odors. And you can shampoo your hair or you shampoo the client's hair and you still smell odors, especially with locks and natural hair. Like locks are almost like sponges, like they just soak up everything, every odor. Locks, they will soak up anything, whether it be water, moisture, sweat, odors, dust, dirt. Stuff can get odors and stuff can get enlarged, locked up into the locks. And once you wet them, once I lay somebody's head back in the shampoo bowl and they have locks, and I wet their locks, it releases all the odors. Like you can smell it. As soon as you wet anyone's hair, you can smell, their hair even more. And I noticed that a lot of natural hair tends to hold odors, and especially locks. So Straight Request, they have a shampoo that's excellent, because I've always thought that there needs to be a product that addresses odors for locks and for natural hair. Because once you wet natural hair or locks, you can smell the odors. The water kind of releases the odors as soon as you wet the hair. You can smell. So sometimes even with locks, I may shampoo them 5 or 6 times, but you still smell that odor because everything is locked up inside. All the odors and everything is soaked up inside of the lock. And that's why a lot of times, we hairstylists, we recommend lock detox to try to get all of that odor out from inside of the locks. It's kind of because they're almost like sponges. They just absorb everything. They're very porous and they absorb every odor, everything, every product. That's why with locks, you have to be careful the products that you use, because they're like sponges and they soak up. And I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm giving an example. If you have locks and you're listening to this, I'm trying to educate you, not offend you. So I think locks are beautiful, but I'm just explaining that they are very porous, like a sponge. So I'm giving that sponge as an analogy. So they soak up everything. That's why sometimes, when you wet your locks, you can smell the odors. And I can shampoo them like 5 or 6 times, and you can't get the odor out because it's inside of the lock. So that's the purpose of doing a lock detox, so that you can try to get all the odor that's trapped inside of the lock. You can try to get those odors out. So I shampooed her hair. She's sudsy. And the more suds that you see, that just means that the hair is clean. So I'm going to rinse her out. And she got the color done maybe like 2 weeks prior. And then I had her come back in. And I'm using that little scalp brush on her. That's what you see me using. So I couldn't use this if someone had locks. I can't use this on them because of the locks. And I do locks. I actually do sister lock and brother lock reties. I got trained in that over a year ago now. Not quite 2 years ago, but so far over a year. And I don't mind doing the reties. I offer that service. I don't put it out there like that. I don't really market it heavily because I already pretty much stay busy, because I'm a licensed stylist who pretty much does everything. But I do offer the sister and brother lock reties as long as it's within the 6 to 8 weeks. Once you go past the 8 weeks, which is 2 months, you're going to have tons of new growth, and I'm going to have to do a rotation, probably 8 to 10 rotations on one lock, because that means you've gone way too long to get a retie, and that's going to be way higher. That's going to be an additional, any lock person that you go to who do sister locks, we're always going to charge additional fees if you've gone over that 6 to 8 week, because you're going to have so much new growth. So you still see all the texture in her hair. Like, her hair doesn't look like it's relaxed. It still looks natural. Even though her whole head has been colored, and the peekaboo in the back and the money piece, signature piece in the front. You still see that her hair looks natural. So steam hydration is excellent for anyone, even people with locks or sister locks or traditional locks or color treated hair, any kind of hair. Steam hydration is excellent because it hydrates your hair from the inside out. So you can buy every kind of product in the world known to man to try to hydrate your hair, but there's nothing like steam hydration. And I offer it at my salon suite. So I'm rinsing the back. I always rinse the back. Some stylists may not be that experienced with the rinsing the back that well, but I know natural hair, you have to open it up like what you see me doing, because shampoo can be trapped up in the hair and you think you've rinsed it thoroughly, and then you put the client in the chair and you start, combing out their hair, and then you start seeing shampoo or suds in the hair. So usually I rinse it out for 5 minutes, 8 minutes, something like that. A long time. because I want to make sure that I get whatever is in the hair out. Because the hair won't even, if you have residue left in the hair won't even operate properly. It won't even, because you got buildup in the hair. So she just got an excellent shampoo, so she looks like she's asleep. So I gotta wake her up, get her up. There's nothing like a great relaxing shampoo and a good salon experience. And I'm showing you the towel. I'm opening it up. Sitting her up. Making sure the client is comfortable. Again, sorry, I was doing an Instagram live, so I was talking. Some of my videos be, Instagram's lives that I've downloaded and uploaded. Downloaded from Instagram and uploaded to YouTube. So just trying to adjust the camera. I'm about to move her to my chair. So you still see, I'm just showing how her hair still looks natural. Even in the blonde, you still see that texture. Because to be honest, her hair was like this already. Like, she already had soft hair. She didn't have 4C hair. She already had soft hair. So I'm just showing you that she still has some texture. And again, you guys, it's okay to want color treated hair. It's okay to get your blondes and your reds and your dimensional colors and your ombres and all that beautiful stuff. It's okay to do that, but you cannot disappear from the salon. Please don't, because if you do, you're going to be self-sabotaging yourself by thinking that you can take care of your own hair at home. You cannot. Not in a successful way. You owe it to yourself. And if you, if your budget doesn't allow you to come in as often as you need to, then at least come in once a month. Once you get color treated hair like what she has now, at least come in once a month or every month and a half max. Because you want to come in, you want to get your hair shampooed, you want to get your hair deep treated, and you want to sit under the steam hydration machine. You want to get steam hydration, a deep treatment, and everything that you need. When you need trims, get those trims. Don't be afraid of trims. And if you're not comfortable with a stylist trimming your hair, if it's a new stylist for you or whatever, just have them turn you to the mirror so that you can see what they're trimming. Just tell them. Just say, can you turn me to the mirror while you're trimming my hair? Because whenever I have a new client and I'm doing a cut or a trim, I'm always going to be turning them to the mirror because I know that this is their first time in my chair. I'm cutting their hair and they may not be comfortable. So I want them to feel comfortable. So I'm turning them to the mirror so they can watch me as I cut their hair or trim their hair. So here she is, still got texture, still looking sleepy. But yeah, you guys, take your hair serious. Like I always tell people on my Instagram lives, God only gave us one head of hair and one set of teeth. God only gave us one head of hair and one set of teeth. Basically meaning take care of your hair and take care of your teeth. Because once you mess either one of those up, that's it. So take care of your hair. Take care of your teeth. Do your due diligence. Do what you need to do. You're worth it. You can save up $20 a week. Put it in your savings account. And then when that month or month and a half comes up for you to get your, to go into the salon, then you got the money. You don't have to be stressing about it. You have the money. And that's you investing in you. That's you loving on you. That's self-love. Because it's okay to have color treated hair, but you need to know the seriousness of it, that you need to come in. You don't need to disappear. So don't disappear. And I'm sorry, I keep clearing my throat. It's early. It's just 6 something and I'm editing this video. Putting a voiceover on it, so I'm sounding kind of froggy. Again, I'm talking to my live on here. So I'm emulsifying this oil in my hand. I'm putting it in her hair. Scrubbing it in the scalp. She's sleepy. I think she's about sleep. Because you know what? There's nothing like a good shampoo and a good scalp massage. And that's why you owe it to yourself to get your hair done. To come into a salon and get your hair done. To get massages, to get facials, to get your nails and feet done. Have some me time and some self-love. Love thyself. So I usually give people a little brief, little scalp massage just to get that oil and that product, get it in there and give you that little brief scalp massage. And I'm showing you that all the dandruff are gone. I got them out, they're gone. And you see she had lots and lots of dandruff flakes, and they're gone. That's it, you guys. Just wanted to show you guys that shampoo and that color that I slayed. And again, if you could please like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. I'm continuing to keep my YouTube channel full of content. Be blessed, be safe.